that you've been working on that you have to pitch to a group of leaders. In this video, I'm going to share with you a mistake, a very common mistake that leaders tend to make when they are trying to pitch projects to other leaders and other executives and etc. In hopes that you don't make this mistake. Don't make this mistake. Because a lot of times when you're in a leadership role, depending on if you're a woman in leadership or if you're a man in leadership, how you are positioning your project truly makes a difference in terms of if it's being well received or not. And I want to give a special shout out to Olive Juice 2024 for this topic. And we talked a little bit about it yesterday, and we'll talk briefly about it this morning as it relates to this mistake. Now, typically, when people are at the point where they're trying to pitch a project, how many of you have pitched a project before to a group of managers, or a group of investors, or other individuals? Put it in the comments below. But if you've been in this situation, it can be a bit scary because you're not exactly sure, well, how should I say things? What should I say? And etc. But let me give you something to avoid doing. When you're pitching your project, it's very common, so common for the person who is doing the pitching, so to speak, to really think about their project in a way to where it's all about them. It's about what they say, it's about exactly what they're trying to convey, and etc. However, if you think about pitching a project from the perspective of being a public speaker, and I talk about this a lot on this channel, it will change your trajectory in terms of if your project will be accepted or not. So, the mistake I want you to avoid making is to not think about pitching your project from a standpoint of being the person who knows everything, who is completely knowledgeable about this project. You're only thinking about yourself in terms of what you're saying. I want you to think about the audience. Think about who it is specifically that you are communicating with as it relates to pitching your project. Most people forget this simple mistake, and this is a very, very powerful public speaking strategy that you can use in any conversation you're having. Think about, how does this project, how does this situation, how does this benefit the other person? What type of emotions can you help them to experience by working on this project that will benefit them or alleviate some stress, whether it be financial stress, it could be operational stress, productivity wise, type of stress that goes with that, etc. It really just depends on the situation. But don't forget about your audience. Think about who it is you're pitching to. That's critically important. And then also think about how can you bring in an emotion that goes into this pitch so that the person you're talking to is becoming a part of your story, which is your project that you are wanting to promote to everybody else. So I want to know from those of you watching, let me know what challenges you've had as it relates to pitching projects to managers. What are some successes that you've had as it relates to pitching projects to managers or other stakeholders, board members, business associates, or etc.? Put them in the comments below. Let's talk about them. Now, if you are new to me, welcome, welcome. My name is Dr. Jacinta, and this channel very heavily focuses in on advanced communication skills and strategies. If you are one of my amazing subscribers, welcome back, friend. So glad that you're here today. If you are wanting to elevate how you communicate, be able to communicate more confidently and concisely under pressure, this is the only, yes, I did say the only channel here on YouTube that you will need to watch that actually goes into high stakes, high pressure communication strategies and techniques in a live format so that you can understand what are some of the aspects of how you are communicating that is working really well for you, and what are aspects that you may want to improve. I have over 1,000 videos here on this channel to support you in that area, so feel free to take some time to look at a couple of the playlists that are on my channel right now to give you some insight there specifically. If you happen to be a woman in leadership, you're welcome to reach out to me at executivecommunication.org. Let's work together. If you have been struggling to advance as a leader or earn additional income, a lot of it comes down to how you communicate. So if you're wanting to master that and get over that and be able to be that exceptional leader you know you want to be, then contact me at executivecommunication.org for an executive strategy session on my description below. All right, I want to say hello to Ivy. Hello, Ivy. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hope you all are doing well. So I typically go live for those of you who are new about 8 times a week. So I go live so much that I was on YouTube's live streamer research panel for over about a year. And live streaming is something that I love to do. I love to support my audience and get them where they need to be. So I just want to let you know that if you have any questions and you're watching any of my videos that may spark some interest to you, put something in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to give you some insight. And if you like this information so far, you should consider subscribing to the channel. This is the channel that will help you be able to communicate confidently and concisely under pressure. So I will see you all